it's Lisa here from Arcaneandstellar. Welcome to my channel. I'm happy you're here today, and hopefully this reading is going to give you some insight into 2022 in terms of your love life. For those of you that are perhaps single or looking for love, we're going to be asking the question, will I find love in 2022? So that's the question we're going to be doing. And of course, I encourage you to use your intuition wisely. If you do find that something is not resonating, pull back and try again. It's your intuition that leads you to the right pile, so it's very important. So take a moment, reflect, and here are the 5 groups. Group number 1 with citrine, group number 2 with amethyst, group number 3 with carnelian, group number 4 with orange calcite, and group number 5 with halite. So like I said, tune in. Take some time if you need to. Choose your pile, and the timestamps where you can find your specific group will be down below. I want to thank you so much for being here, and I hope that this reading finds you blessed and happy, and I wish you nothing but the best for the year ahead. Take care, and let's get started. Okay, my friends, if you chose group number 1 here with this citrine, this is your reading. So let's go ahead and find out, will you find love in 2022? So the first card I've got is from the Goddess Love Oracle. All the decks are listed down below, but we have Awakening, Live in the Moments. So this is quite an interesting card because I think it points to something very positive happening in your life, an awakening. And you can see that she's holding that flame there in her hand. So I like to say that I think passion could be ignited, something stirring inside of you. This card actually says that there are aspects and elements in your life that are lying dormant, but perhaps you're not even aware of their presence as they have been asleep for so long. Once they have been stirred into action, you'll wonder how you ever lived without them. So that's really interesting, because I wonder if some of you have had a dormant love life. Maybe you haven't had anyone for a long time or ever, but I think this points to some sort of transformation. And of course I see the swan there, which reminds me a lot of transformations. A lot of you might be really embracing yourself more, hopefully understanding, you know, the effects of your beauty in relationship as well. But let's see what else we've got. We've got Wait, and we've got Shine. So it says, don't dim your light. The world needs your unique talents and gifts. Shine brightly. I wonder if there are a few of you that have been kind of holding back when it comes to love. Maybe you're a little bit shy or timid to get involved. But here, I think that I do see love coming in for you in 2022. I feel like this is a yes. With Wait here, what I'm feeling is that there might be a period of mingling with other people, perhaps. And it might mean that it won't happen at the start of the year, or even maybe the middle. It might happen towards the end. But let's see what else we've got here. So, what's happening in love for group number 1? Tell me. What is happening in love for group number 1? Oops. Oh, very nice. Let's see. So I do think that you're going to catch someone's attention. This could be at school or work. I want to say for a lot of you. Okay. You know what's funny is I feel like a lot of you are having a huge glow up, and I'm not saying that you're not glowy now, but you might feel like things are really improving in your life, I want to say. I have a good feeling that there's a lot of confidence here. Now, for some of you, might be attracting a successful woman. If you're interested in women, I could see that for some of you, you could be attracting someone maybe very popular, very well liked, very successful, maybe somebody who has had a lot of achievements as an example, and probably someone that is quite mature and grounded. I think this is probably somebody with a career as well. For others of you that are maybe more not interested in women, but I feel like that there could be the message that you're going to be receiving a lot of attention. and you should enjoy it. Don't jump on the first person who comes around, I think, is one message that's just coming through. Kind of keep it cool. Try not to overthink anything. I feel like that there's a lot of transformation when it comes to your feelings about your love life, as an example, as well. I think that, especially for those of you, maybe you're coming here and you're wondering, and maybe you're still attached to an old energy, I would say that you're letting that go and finding peace with whatever has happened. So, you know what I mean? If you were going through a divorce or a breakup, or, you know, you had some kind of problem in the past year or something that's just really hard to let go of, I could see that becoming an easier thing to deal with. The Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Well, I definitely feel like for some of you, there can be an atmosphere of friendship turning into attraction. For some of you, I could see attraction happening in the workplace or in school or somewhere where there's collaboration. Perhaps there's some sort of, maybe you play games together, or there's some sort of like a sort of collaborative energy, I guess, teamwork. Maybe you're kind of, someone's catching your eye there. But I think the main thing I'm seeing here is I do feel like love's coming in. Like I said, I don't feel like it's going to happen in the early parts of the year. I feel like it's something that's going to develop over the course of the year. Initially, well, we have a Venus retrograde for the beginning of the year anyway, the Mercury retrograde, and all that kind of crap. Some of you, and this is very specific, some of you might find somebody and then sort of part a little bit, or not. Maybe there's a parting of some kind and they could come back around Mars retrograde, perhaps, for some of you. But it's kind of specific, I think, for a few of you. We have expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. Pay attention to new moon eclipses because they might hold time frames. In fact, I just shared something on my community tab and on my Instagram. I went and found all the eclipses for 2022 and posted an image of it. And we actually have all the eclipses right here on my screen there, if you want to see. So those dates for some of you could be kind of somehow interesting or connected in some way. But anyway, I think that there will be change. And a new moon eclipse, it really feels like new starts, new fresh starts. And, you know, I was just having a reading with someone earlier today, and we were talking about new moon, and like someone born under a new moon can be very kind of like innocent, naive a little bit. A little bit sweet, kind, very honest and truthful, usually very direct, not jaded. So again, this could be a very transformative connection as well. It might feel like a spiritual awakening. And we also have prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. So again, maybe this is going to be around May, Taurus season. Maybe for some of you, this is a Taurus. I could say that maybe for some of you, it could be somebody coming back. But for others of you, I really think it's a totally new change. I feel like for some of you, of course, it could be like you need to let go of someone. But you'll know that answer yourself as you're listening to it. But I feel like one thing just to say is I feel like a lot of you are going to really just be shining like a star. There's just something magnetic about you. I think that you'll find a lot of people attracted to you, and you should enjoy that. So that's what I've got for you. I hope that this reading was helpful, interesting. Hopefully it gives you some insight into your year ahead in terms of love, and I wish you nothing but the best. I hope that this reading finds you well, and I wanted to say, no scammers, don't fall for scammers. I don't do WhatsApp, I don't do any of that crap. I only work on my Etsy, so you know what I mean? Go to Etsy if you want a reading with me, whether it's a tarot reading or an astrology reading. That's all on Etsy, okay? And of course, you can follow me on Instagram. I appreciate anyone subscribing, liking, commenting. It all helps, and it all helps the channel, you know, get views and be seen by people who maybe need to hear the message as well. And so, anyway, I wish you the very best. Take care, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hi friends, if you chose group number 2 here with this amethyst group, this is your group, your reading. So let's get started. And I wanted to say I did shuffle already. I'd started this group and then got interrupted. So that's an interesting synchronicity, perhaps. Maybe for some of you there will be some interruptions, but let's look and see. So we have joy, embrace the blessing of life here. And here we have Freya, the goddess of love, featured on this card. And we see a lot of movement, actually, and there are hearts everywhere. So I think that's quite promising when it comes to love in 2022. Of course, it's about embracing your blessings. And what's interesting is we have ease here. So there's definitely a sense of like allowing. I think that that's an important factor here for you guys. It says here, ease. Today I allow life to be easy. And then we have sovereign. So you are the queen of your life. Treat yourself like royalty. So this is interesting. It might be about really putting a lot of your self into enjoyment, enjoying, embracing. And, well, I'm going to tell you something, actually. We have looked for a sign. And I feel like one of the signs that's going to be coming towards you is the fact that there's going to be a person that really pursues you hard. Okay? I feel like that. Now, I'm going to tell you why. Because, so I was shuffling before I got interrupted. And we got this page here. Page of Wands, the Star, and the Four of Wands. Well, I really feel like someone's going to pursue you. Like, real hard, actually. I think you're going to be someone's dream come true, actually, in 2022. And I think that you won't have to, like, look for a sign. I feel like they're the type of person, like, you wouldn't even have to go to a freaking pick a card to understand what they're feeling or anything like that. I think that they're going to really be a solid person. I feel like whoever's coming into your life, it's like, you'll know. You'll know. Fire signs, generally, unless there's, like, some kind of difficult aspects or something like that, or something that kind of makes them shyer, they're like pretty, even me, I'm pretty shy, but I have an Aries Venus, and if I like someone, they'd know it. They'd know it, because I would just tell them. As an example, I don't hold back, and I feel like that's the kind of energy that you're going to be receiving. This person could have like some kind of strong fire quality in their chart, actually, because we had that Four of Wands and the Page of Wands. We also have the Star here, so it could be some Aquarius vibes as well. But and we have Sovereign. That reminds me of like Leo, King, or Queen, or something like that. Sort of like that royal kind of, or well, even the ninth house is kind of like, yeah, maybe Sagittarius. I don't know. Anyway, I won't focus too much on the sign, but I will say that I think that this person, it's like you'd be at ease with this person. You wouldn't question, you wouldn't doubt. They're playful, they pursue, they tell you you're a dream come true. I think that they would show you, you know what I mean? I feel like this person probably will want to go out to eat a lot. That's something I'm getting, so weird and specific, I'm sorry. But yeah, I think that you'll find love. And you should just really embrace it and know that it's coming your way. We have expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. I think that card came out for group number 1 as well. And we have some, eclipses. Wow. Of course, whenever I see blue moon, I think of that song, Blue Moon, I saw me standing alone, without a da-da-da-da, without a love of my own. That song. But yeah, blue moon, believe in the possible. Yeah, this person, I think, is literally what you've wanted or dreamed of. And I'm not even trying to blow smoke up your ass and just, like, make this up. I really feel like that there's something good coming in. Something that's easy. You get that sort of easy feeling. You don't, like, it feels like you just won't have to wonder with this person. And with expect powerful change in the eclipse, I did post like a picture on my Instagram and on my community tab here on YouTube if you want to go check it out. But I posted all the eclipses. This might mean that you'll meet around an eclipse. So pay attention. I was actually just discussing with a friend of mine today, Ashtosh. Some of you might see him in the comments sometimes. But we were discussing eclipses, and you know, some people like say they're so bad. And then we were talking kind of like about the energy of eclipses, that they can actually bring in really good things as well. Like, it's not always difficult or whatever. Like, sometimes I've had really good things happen during an eclipse. Like, my children were born around eclipses. And then, I've had also other good things happen around eclipses. Anything else for group number 2 when it comes to this love coming in? Oh, friendship. Oh, that's beautiful, because the star represents Aquarius, and Aquarius can be the sign of friendship. And we have protection. Wow, Okay. So that's very interesting because that could be like a friendship kind of vibe. Some of you might have like, maybe you kind of have that kind of energy in your chart where you need a friend, like Uranus in the 7th, or Aquarius descendant. Some of you could be Leo risings, or a strong Aquarian vibes. What else? Placements in the 11th house as an example. Venus in the 11th house. Those can be all kind of like signs that somebody really needs or digs friendship in their relationship. So, very nice. Somebody's Snow City Tarot just messaged me. Fucking Gemini moons. What is... I thought I turned my phone off. Oh, well, that's what she has to say. Watch out, Gemini moons. I can't get this off. Okay, there we go. I'm back to normal. Oh, shout out to Snow City. She's my friend. Okay, and then we have protection. So that's very interesting too, because like, look at this. Some of you, if you have a family already, as an example, maybe some of you are single parents or something like that. This could be a person who's very very much values family and is willing to sort of be a protector to your family. So I know that's kind of specific and it may not match for everyone, but I do get that message. Let's see, and maybe someone will be a Gemini moon, like she said. Maybe someone has a Gemini moon. Maybe someone here is a Gemini moon. Okay, we have seek wisdom and guidance from elders. And fire. Okay, yeah, again, we're getting strong fire energy as well. Reckless actions lead to conflict. I don't think that that's really the thing. I think this is more just saying that we have like we're going to have a strong fire sign for you guys. I think this is somebody with some kind of strong fire placement. We also have the oracle, seek wisdom and guidance from elders, as I mentioned. This person could be quite wise, the person that you're bringing in. You might meet them. Oh, and friendship too. You might meet them through a friend. Maybe an older friend for some of you specifically, but not for all of you. This person could be elder, or there could be an age gap here for some of you, okay? So someone might be elder than you. But that is what I'm seeing. Somebody that is a dreamer, somebody that shows you that they care. You wouldn't have to question them. And they are very much after a happy home life, a happy family life. It's like they want to kind of settle down and have a good time. And yeah, this is just great. So that's where I'll keep it. I'll leave it at that. But I want to say thank you so much for being here. Those of you that chose group number 2. I hope this reading was fun. I hope it brought you something to look forward to. And I wish you all the very, very best. And please don't fall for scammers. And on Instagram, there was somebody scamming using my name. I don't solicit anyone for readings. You want readings? You go on Etsy. That's how I do it. So you know what I mean? I have my Etsy store, and I don't generally Cashapp, Venmo, PayPal. That is all for donations only. And so, and check it. Like, before you buy anything from any reader, go and see if they have their Venmo or their PayPal available to the public, and then check and see if it's actually the same one, because the guy who is scamming has a totally, obviously different name when you ask for his PayPal or all that stuff. Mine are like all Arcane and Stellar and stuff like that. So anyway, just something to think about. I don't want you guys to get scammed, and there's just so many of them right now scamming people. So it's really sad. Really big jerks. But anyway, yeah, but tarot and astrology readings are all on my Etsy. So take care, guys, and I'll see you on the next reading. Hello, my friends. So if you've chosen group number 3 here with this, oh gosh, I keep forgetting the carnelian. Jeez Louise, I don't know why, but for some reason this one just keeps slipping my mind. It's driving me nuts. Like, ugh. I'm getting frustrated with that stuff because I really like it, and I don't know why I keep forgetting the name. It's like, I don't know, I'm having some kind of weird thing. We have care, be gentle with yourself. We've got improving health, and we've got surrender. Wow, a lot of angelic energy around you, perhaps here. Stop trying to control life. It gets in the way of divine intervention. Ooh, okay, that's an interesting message here. So for some of you, maybe some of you are recovering from something. Perhaps some of you are really worried about love, And this is a message to kind of chill, to relax, to allow yourself to be calm. We have improving health as well, so there might be some sort of improvements that are happening in your life, emotionally, mentally, as an example. Is love coming for group number 3 in 2022? Oh my God. Yes, don't worry. Yeah, this is a yes. 10 of Cups. I mean, come on. Look at that. That's like a warm embrace. That's a couple. Yeah, that's a definite yes. You might even be kind of restoring with somebody. For some of you, if that's what you want. If you don't take that. It could be someone new. Don't worry. It could be a more balanced relationship than your previous one. If you know that, if that's the case, if you don't want your past person. This is telling you to relax. Don't worry, it's coming. That's like definite, very strong message. So are you going to have love in 2022? Yes, absolutely. Just chill. It's coming. Expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. Seriously, like all these eclipse cards are coming out. I don't know if the eclipses are going to be powerful for some of you in love. We have them all in Taurus and Scorpio. I don't know if any of you have placements there. I do, but it's more for me for moving. Hold your vision, fixed moon. Well, this is an interesting energy here, fixed moon. Well, maybe someone will have a fixed moon. Like Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, or Scorpio. That's interesting because we're having fixed eclipses, actually. Oh, I didn't think about that. So that's kind of funny. New moon eclipse, fixed moon. Yeah, and we are having them this year. So I think that's telling us something around the eclipses is really important. Okay? So I've had a lot of... I remember before I met my partner now, I had an eclipse, like right before I met him. And I had multiple eclipses that year because we met online and then we met in person later that year. But yeah, there were a lot of eclipses that year and I traveled. And it was on my 10th and 4th house axis. And it was like, you know, well, for me, my 9th house ruler is in my 10th and stuff. My 4th house ruler is in my 10th. And 10th house ruler is in my 9th. So I went to a foreign country. But anyway... went to a foreign country. But yeah, no, I did. And there were a lot of eclipses that year on my placements. So yeah, it was crazy. Even just like, it was funny, like the month before I met him, like a few weeks literally before I met him, there was an eclipse. And then there was an eclipse again, like I remember in May of that year, I'm sure of it, in 2003, I think it was. Yeah, 2003, like May or something. And yeah, and we started to do my documents, like to get me a visa and everything. Anyway, I feel like for some of you there might be something significant happening around the eclipse. Maybe it's not hitting your chart, but maybe it's just like telling you a time frame. But I feel like, again, this is powerful changes. So relax and hold the vision that you will get something, that you'll receive it, that it's not leaving you, it's not escaping you. Love is going to be there. Okay, so just kind of enjoy and take care of yourself in the meantime. Be gentle with yourself. I think for some of you, there might be the message to not to get down on yourself if you feel like love's not going right. Just remember that it has nothing to do with you. It's all about divine intervention. There's nothing you can do. If people have rejected you or seemed uninterested or anything like that, it's all for the greater good anyway, and it has nothing to do with you. It's just you're not a match with them. And you're going to get your match. So relax and know that. Okay? So yeah. Anything else about the love life for group number... Dang it. Okay, sorry. That was like the worst thing. It's like, I just went all over the place. Group number 3. Oh, Lord. Answers and truth. Well, that's interesting. Answers and truth. The answers are coming. I feel that. Wow, okay, here we go. For some of you, and this is like such a specific message, so please don't like get me if it's not for you. Just say it's not for you and accept that it's for someone else. With the truth, I feel like some of you might already know something deep inside of you. Maybe there's a certain connection you need to surrender or something that you need to look at. I feel like whoever you're going to be with will mirror you in some way, that you guys will sort of be very aligned, and that I think it will feel like an answer to the prayer like that you've been having perhaps, or sort of like an answer to what you've been desiring. And I do feel like there's a blessing here in this person, and your blessings will come to you as well. That's another thing I'm getting. With new beginnings, again, for some of you, this could be like beginning over with somebody new, but I feel like for most of you, it's a new person. To be honest, I feel like it's a new person. And the moon cycles could be important to you. There might be something about the moon cycles being really important. I'm seeing moons all over here. So, you know, one thing I will tell you, and this is just a tip like that I have from my own life. I find that I manifest the most powerfully on new moons or full moons that activate my chart. So, like in really tight places, not like ice, like the IC as an example. Oh my God, one time I had, IC, AC, MC, DC, or like your moon or your sun. Like for instance, we had that Capricorn, what was it, new moon, and it was square my moon, and I still manifested wonderfully, even if it's a square, even if it's like a difficult aspect. Moon's not malefic, so it's not gonna bring you to anything too terrible in a square. Might maybe make you more emotional if you're already feeling emotional, or you're already got something on your heart. But it's a wonderful time to manifest. So check out the moon cycles this year and check your degrees of your stuff, and check the degrees of those, and check and see if any of them are square, or like, you know, trine, or conjunct and opposition are like going to be the best, strongest ones. But even with a square, I've managed to manifest really strongly. So maybe that's a message for some of you. Anything else about love before we move on to the next group? And be patient, they're coming. That's what I feel. The Eight of Swords. So it's like interesting. We have the 8 and the 9 of Swords, and those are very like anxious cards for me, up in our head type of stuff. It might feel like you'll never get anywhere, but I promise you, you will. Be confident in yourself. Work on your health as well. Like maybe for some of you, it's really important for you to focus on your health and get yourself in a good place. Maybe for some of you. But yeah, I think love is coming in. Like I said, I think that you just need to kind of wait patiently and know that it's coming to you. Surrender, right? Stop trying to control it. You could be interfering with divine intervention. Okay, because that's one thing. Sometimes I've seen that. My friend had, she's a reader, and she had a client that was obsessed with like trying to find, and you know, she told her where she might meet this person, and she kept going to that place, like to every place that matched that description. And it's like, no, we need to follow our intuition. We just need to like surrender, let go, and then we'll be guided. That's like the best thing to do in these type of situations. So that's my advice to you. And yeah, essentially, yes, I think love's coming in for you. I do. I think that this is just a time to take care of yourself, to improve your health, to get in a good place, and be prepared. You know what I mean? But without expectation. Be prepared, but without expectation, knowing that it will come on the day that it's meant to come. Okay? So that is what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 3. I hope it was helpful. I hope it gave you some hope for the future, and I'm wishing you the very, very best. Take care. Oh, and by the way, don't fall for scammers, please. I only take donations through PayPal, through Venmo, or Cashapp. I do not do any readings through those things. Please don't fall for scammers in the comments or on Instagram. There's been one that's been copying me. I think it's removed for now, so that's good, but they pop up periodically. A lot of readers have problems with it, and they will solicit you for readings. That's one thing I've noticed. My partner caught them, got their email and everything, and so I just want to kind of give you a heads up on that. Please don't, you know, I only do them on Etsy. For now, at least. And so you always check my description box, see where it leads you, you know what I mean? Or my profile on Instagram, or on YouTube as well, my About Me, if you want to keep that up to date. But anyway, wishing you all the very, very best. Lots of love and blessings to you. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey friends, if you chose group number 4 here with this orange calcite, this is your reading. So, Orange Calcite group, will you find love in 2022? Well, let's see. We have got nurturance, restore your balance, remain positive, and calm. A breakdown is often followed by a breakthrough. Remain calm. That's interesting. So if any of you have gone through something where your heart's been hurting or you've had a difficult time, I want to say to remain positive, to remain calm, to restore yourself, and things will improve. So there's definitely a focus here on yourself. I see popping up here. This particular card, Nurturance, can talk about checking in with yourself. It says, are your mind, body, and spirit in balance, or is there one part of you that you've been neglecting? Perhaps your pursuits in life have led you to nourish and care for two of these elements, while other one has been left behind and forgotten. Goddess restores the balance in all living things, and she is here to guide you back to harmonious balance. Without nurturing the mind, the spirit, and the body, will not have knowledge and wisdom to steer their choices toward compassionate conclusions in a complicated world. Without nurturing the body, a keen mind and a rich spirit will be trapped inside a vehicle that does not serve them well. Interesting. So this is about taking small steps and being kind to yourself. Feeding the parts of yourself that has been forgotten may take patience. So this is all about getting yourself back into gear, and some of you might be doing that. This might be, I think, a year where you start off with some self-work, and that makes sense with the Venus retrograde. I've seen this energy popping up a lot, so I think that that might mean that love is moving slowly for some. A lot of you, in fact, with collective energy, perhaps. Because, like I said, there are a lot of retrogrades. We're starting off with the Venus retrograde for the year, and that will, shadow period will last until the 2nd of March. And then there's a Mercury retrograde starting on the 14th of January, and it's going to go until the 2nd of February. And that's not counting the shadow period. So we definitely have some retrograde energy, which, usually leads to hopefully self-reflection and self-discovery and more inward energy. So, group number 4, Orange Calcite group. What is love coming in 2022? 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, 10 of Swords. Why is this 10 of Swords here? 10 of Swords and the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Oh, interesting. Well, some of you might have the resurgence of somebody from the past, perhaps an air sign. Aries, Aquarius, what the hell? I wanted to say the fire signs. Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Jeez, so silly. Yeah, we're getting strong air there for sure. So I think that maybe there could be somebody in Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, dominant type of person perhaps, or somebody with a sharp tongue perhaps. But I could see somebody perhaps resurging in your life. We have that whale, and that whale, it's like coming up out of the water. So, and then we have the Ace following. So I have a good feeling that there might be somebody coming back around. Maybe this is somebody that you want to come back around. Maybe this is the restoration of a relationship, a marriage, a long-term thing here with the 10 of Pentacles. Or perhaps, again, if you have been hurt and you're not willing to go back to somebody from the past, this is somebody new coming in. Like a new connection to kind of replace maybe a broken feeling or a broken past or a broken past relationship. Yeah, we have the 10 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. So beautiful, beautiful. I do feel like you'll be making a connection in 2022. I don't think that it will end badly, hopefully, for most of you. I don't think so. I think for the majority of you, this is more talking that for some of you, this is a specific resurgence of a connection. Like I said, probably with somebody with strong air qualities in their chart. Or this could be like moving on from it once and for all. If you have an air sign in your life you need to get rid of, or somebody with those kind of qualities, maybe rash and full of vigor and maybe bad words sometimes, or kind of like rude. Anyway, let's see here. Tell me more. We have dreams and compassion. And forgiveness. Okay, for some of you there's forgiveness in a relationship, okay, and there's compassion. And that's what I'm going to say for there are some of you that are going to get back together with somebody, I think. You're going to restore it. Maybe you guys will watch this at some point wondering, You know, if it can get back together, I think so. Especially if it had a terrible ending, okay? Like, or a sad ending, or it's been very, very, very difficult, very hurtful, or there was just something there. I feel like compassion and forgiveness could come in this situation. So this is specific for some of you. Like I said, not for everyone. For others of you, you might be forgiving the past and letting go and moving on to new people, as an example. You know, kind of sowing new dreams in your life and, you know, new manifestations, new people coming in. Group number 4. Tell me about their love life in 2022. A time for healing, balsamic moon. And step out of your comfort zone. Interesting. North Node. So, we have balsamic moon. Who else was born during a balsamic moon other than me? I was. It's actually one of the most intuitive moons phases to be born under. That's what they say. Well, anyway, yeah, we have a time for healing. So again, this might mean that there's a healing in a relationship. This is healing within you to bring in something better. I feel like I said this again, I'll say it. I think that there might be a period of quiet for some of you. We have North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. This is interesting. This might be a message for a few of you. Maybe stepping into your North Node is going to be really helpful for you in terms of like going forward. I might actually add a North Node report. I've done those before off of Etsy. Maybe I'll add that on there. Kind of getting to know your North Node a little bit more. But anyway, it might be that you meet somebody that has North Node contacts with you. You know, that could be a possibility. Look at that. It kind of reminds you of like star-crossed lovers for some reason. Like that little, do you see how the lines are kind of jutting across there? Yeah, I feel like for some of you, I think you'll meet with like a fated connection, actually. That's what I think. It's like a fated connection's coming in. It's like where you're aligned. And watch out for like North Node doing things as well in your chart. It's going to be it's in Taurus. Okay, so that's going to be the energy. So if you have anything in Scorpio or Taurus, you might be getting the South or North Node. But on some personal planets, especially for those of you that are Tauruses, yeah, you might be having... And I would check, like, when that transit happens as well, because that might be an activation. Maybe if you have something natally in Taurus and the North Node crosses over it. I had a North Node transit when I met my partner. He had North Node on his moon, and I had a North Node on my Chiron. Yeah, on my Chiron, because him and I have a Chiron moon conjunction. And, yeah, so, and we just actually went through that cycle again, because it's like every 18 years. And, yeah, we just passed it last year, because we're on our 19th year. But anyway, yeah, so I think that check out North Node transits. That might be a key to timing. This also might be a key to aspects of this connection, that there might be North Node contacts that are kind of pulling you towards this person. But I do feel like with that balsamic moon here, we might have a period of healing. So it might be for some of you, like I said, that have recently gone through a breakup and you think you'll never find love again. Well, yeah, you will. You definitely have love here. When I asked the question, is love coming in? We got the 10 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. That's a yes. If I ever saw one. Okay, but you got to get over this first, or move on, or whatever. It may be that somebody else has to move on, by the way. If you don't have to move on from anything, it might be that the person you're getting with needs to end something, needs to move on, and resurge in your life. So who knows? Keep it open-ended. But I do think love's coming in. So regardless of the regardless of the little details and stuff like that, that might be relevant to some of you. Overall, yes, you're getting love. And take care of yourself in the meantime. So that's your message. I hope it helped, and hopefully it brought insight. I wish you the very, very best. Take care, guys. Lots of blessings to you. And please don't fall for any scammers. I said this in all the groups, and I feel like a broken record, but I do not solicit people for readings. I don't do WhatsApp crap, and I don't just message you and say, hey, angel. I'm a God-gifted psychic and love advisor. It's like remind me of Frozen, like, you know, like the love experts. I'm like the troll. I'm a love expert. Yeah, that's what the fake arcaneandstellar says. Hello, angel. I can't even say that without laughing. I'm sorry. I'm a nice person, but like I don't call people angel or something or dear. My dear. Rarely. I think I've only ever called someone that once in a pick a card reading. I just felt like, not pick a card, I mean like a private reading. I once said it and I was like, oh my god, why did I say that? I just felt like saying it, but I think they were a dear to me. I don't know. Anyway, shutting up now. Lots of love, guys. Take care. See you next time. Hello, my friends. So, group number 5 with Halite. My Halite's looking a little dusty. Okay, anyway, let's get started on your reading, Halite group. So will love come to you in 2022? Will you find love? Let's find out. Ooh, we have action. So going up the stairs, out a door. The door is open. Yes. And rebirth. Let go of the ties that bind. Very interesting. Well, you know what's crazy is I didn't get one. I don't think any of the piles were a no. And I'm kind of feeling like, what? I don't know. I think that there's a good chance. Here, we have a yes. I feel bad because I think they were all yeses, pretty much. I think maybe a few of them were like, meh. But like, action. This might mean that you need to take the steps, okay? Like it's yes if you take the steps. Yes if you move on, perhaps, the rebirth, let go of the ties that bind. If you're holding on to an old connection, maybe not. Maybe it won't be a yes. But I think yes, for most of you, yes, especially if you take action towards it. What else does group number 5, Halite group, need to know about love in 2022? Surrender to the divine, full moon. So pay attention to full moons. I need to get the new deck from this lady. She made a new one, and I still haven't gotten it. Show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. So we have 2 full moon energies popping up right here. We do have a full moon. No, we don't. That's a new moon in Aquarius, actually, our next one. Okay, well, I'm sure there will be a full moon in Aquarius. I actually don't know when that is. And I'm pretty sure my book's not going to tell me. Maybe it will. Probably not. I don't think this one does. It just says a wind moon and all this other stuff. But anyway, I'd pay attention to full moon since we have 2 full moon cards here. I think that's a pretty good indicator that you should pay attention to full moons. We also have that surrender to the divine, so allowing it to happen, opening yourself up, surrendering, and then about being authentic. And showing up, perhaps show the world the real you. So this could be about showing up in your life and towards this connection or towards a connection. We have rebirth, and it talks about there is a time for being busy and there's a time for being still. For there to be harmony in your life, you need to allow times of quiet withdrawal from the demands of this fast-paced world. Step into her dark cave and wise grandmother goddess will be there. She will hold you in her stillness. Let her float you through lifetimes past, memories and dreams. She will paint her promise of devotion on your heart and hold you safe. Surrender to her all your feelings of pain to remove blockages and to find new solutions to old problems that have troubled you for years. Crow Mother sees what is holding you back and longs to set you free. Ooh. Well, I have a few things. Some of you might be letting go of something, and that's one of the things that will help you to find or bring love into your life. So if you're energetically kind of corded up to somebody else, it might be time to cut that and let it go. We have, again, this idea of rest. It's weird because a lot of the cards in these groups, there are a lot of them that kind of indicated that the first part of the year isn't a love part. Like it seems like for a lot of people it's going to be happening as the year progresses and not in the early months, which would make sense because I mentioned in the other groups, but there are retrogrades. And there's a Venus retrograde, and that shadow period is lasting until March 2nd, and then we're going to have a Mercury retrograde starting up on the 14th so of this January. Anyway, maybe you'll be watching this later and that won't be relevant, but yeah. This is about restoring, healing bruises and disappointments and heartaches. Wow. So again, some of you might be going through that energy. But for some of you, there could be a restoration to a connection, perhaps. Anything else here about love for group number 5? Ooh, I feel like whoever you're dealing with in love has a similar spirit guide. I know that's a weird one to say, and I've never said anything like that before, but I feel so. We also have the spirit guide and finding. And so I do feel like there is something here about shining and allowing yourself to be seen. I feel like action is important here and following your heart. It might be a year in which following your intuition is very highlighted as important. So listening to your instincts, essentially. Like when you feel like going to a certain place, go to it. When you feel like it's time to let go, let go. I think this is a year where you're also finding yourself. What is happening in love in 2022? Is love coming in? Is love coming in? Something's falling apart first. Okay? Or you're fully letting go of something that's caused you problems. We have the 5 of Wands and the 3 of Swords. I don't think it'll be without obstacle. And one thing I want to tell you is you might have to fight for it, despite maybe being fearful. If some of you are afraid to get hurt and you're not letting yourself be seen, this is about letting yourself be seen. Okay, that's a specific message, and you guys know who it's for. Those of you that are listening, and it's your message. The World in the Knight of Swords. Well, we could have somebody coming in here that has a lot of air qualities. We also have fixed energy, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo here as well. 5 of Cups. There might be an ending with somebody of that kind of, maybe a fixed energy person, like I mentioned. There could be, oh my gosh, there could be a renewal though for some of you. I think that what you're being told is that whatever kind of difficulties you might go through, it'll all be rewarded in the end with somebody. And I think that person's likely to come in. I want to tell you that it might not be until the very end of the year, or I want to say 5 months in at least into the year. It wouldn't be until after May. That's what I want to say. Not until after May. That's my feeling. I feel like there is something that's I feel like you're struggling with some kind of disappointment or something, or there's not something, I don't know if you're letting go of something, or there's something off and on that you need to let go of, or there's something, but I do see love coming in, so that I can reassure you of, that you'll find your right match. I do feel that much. There is something here about the world, and I don't know, I'm really feeling travel for some of you, or distance, possibly. This could be about visiting someone. Let me see here. Anything else about this love in 2022 for group number 5? We have the Emperor. Some of you might have a love triangle. I'm not going to lie. In 2022, you might need to make some choices when it comes to love, responsible choices. At times, things may feel like an uphill battle. Some of you might have to take some sort of action. I think this is a Page of Pentacles, as far as I know. Let me check. Let me double check, because this deck in particular is kind of a tricky one. And it always throws me off with the knights and the pages. For some reason, I don't know if anyone else has this deck, but yeah, it's a Page of Coins. Okay, I thought so. But sometimes I'll think something's a Wands, and then it ends up being the Cups or something. I'm like, what? I don't know why. It just gives off a vibe. Yeah, Page of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Yeah, there could be a love triangle or something like that. For others of you, this might be about, instead of being timid, you take action. But I think that there are definitely people around. Maybe you guys will be letting go of someone, meeting someone new. But I do see love coming in. Let's see here. And for some of you with rebirth, it might be the rebirth of something with somebody, by the way. Like I said. But anything else here about is love coming in? What do they need to know? Is love coming in? What do they need to know about love? Oh my gosh, okay. Be meticulous and patient. And your perseverance is rewarded. Interesting. And beware who you trust. Ooh. Okay. We need to watch out who we trust, guys. Okay, this is getting into more interesting. What do you mean, beware who they trust? I wonder... okay. If somebody comes back around, and you know intuitively that something's up with it, but first off, follow your intuition. Like a lot. This year, I'm telling you. Your intuition's on point. Your intuition knows things. Your intuition might lead you to some discoveries that aren't always fun. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you and sugarcoat this. But we also have, again, that props that you vibing and being careful and guarded with yourself. Like, beware of who you trust. It might be telling you, be careful of who you let in your energy. Some of you might become more popular or more out there or more... It's like some of you might be kind of getting into a period where you're more open, more visible. Maybe for, it's true for some of us, like with COVID or something, we weren't getting out as much or something like that. So maybe it's that for some of you. But I want to say, like, don't jump on the first person interested in you. That's what I want to say. I think it'll lead to heartbreak, and I'm just going to be honest with you guys, especially for a good portion of you. Be cautious. I think there might be 2 people this year for you, and one of them is not that one. It's not good. It's more like maybe somebody that you can't be trusted. So just kind of guard yourself. Be authentic. Be who you are. But guard yourself, you know what I mean? I think it's yes, but take the right actions. Don't go up the wrong staircase. I think that some of you are going to have some sort of person around you that's not the right one. And you need to be wary of that because it just might end up causing delays or leading to some kind of heartache. And then you have to, like, delay yourself from finding your person. Because I do think there's somebody good coming in. Now, for others of you, there's another specific message that I'm going to mention. You might have somebody come back around. Okay. We have some retrogrades. We have a lot of Mercury retrogrades this year. And then we also have Mars retrograde. We've had Venus retrograde. So we've had a lot of retrogrades. And so sometimes you can revisit old relationships during these times. We can get people revisiting us during these times. And so make sure that if somebody comes back around, that... I want to tell you that maybe if somebody came back around that you couldn't trust before, I don't think you can trust them again. Like anything that they say, I don't think it's worth trusting. So that's just not my honest assessment. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Be careful. Or cautious. Of course, take it if you want. If you don't like that message, go ahead and just skip it. Maybe choose another group or something like that. But I think that the ultimate thing is that there will be love. There will be somebody there. But you might have to deal with a little crap in the meantime, like in the middle of it, or in the meantime, try not to invest your energy into the wrong person. If you notice someone isn't replying to you, somebody isn't like putting their attention towards you, if you know that you're not being treated the way that you need to be treated, then you need to back it off and let it go right away. Okay? That's just some advice. But anyway, I hope this reading was insightful. Like I said, it's not negative, okay? I know that a few bad cards came up, and it seems like maybe you guys will have some sort of challenge in love. It's not all bad, because I think ultimately you'll win. And make sure you're just going through the right doors. It reminds me of like when you have like 2 doors in front of you and you got to choose one. Some of you might be tempted to choose the wrong one, and that's just what I'm trying to give you a heads up on, okay? So anyway, I'm wishing you lots of love and blessings. Take care, and don't get scammed. I only do readings on Etsy. You can buy tarot readings there with me. You can get astrology readings there with me. Please don't get scammed on WhatsApp or Instagram. There are fake me's. I'm only Arcane and Stellar, plain Arcane and Stellar. I don't have any numbers at the end or any double letters it's just, it is what it is. And I just don't want people to get scammed, because it's been really rampant. And be careful with all pick a card readers. There's a lot of them getting copied and duplicated, and people are scamming people with them, their profiles, and they're copying our profiles. It's just terrible. So just please be cautious and wary of that. So anyway, take care, and I will see you on the next reading. Lots of love. Bye-bye.